Esther from Cuttlebug Crafts, and today I am going to do the flower tutorial that I promised I would give you. And I'm really excited about this because I've been looking forward to doing it, and it involves the Cuttlebug, so you'll be seeing this on my website as well. So the flower that I'm talking about is this one right here. This flower right here. And I've also got another one on a card of mine that I have made, which I'll just get. This one here, I'll show it closer. And this is the one that we're going to make today. So I don't have very many Tim Holtz inks because that is what we're going to use. I guess you could use any ink, but Tim Holtz is the one we're going to use. But I really like doing the vintage type, which is a different colour. So let's get to it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this video. Alrighty, so we're going to use this piece of paper, which is some old encyclopedia which I got from Encyclopedia Paper, which I got from this book. And this is an old encyclopedia, of course, and I would really like to get some more of these. They're really great. They have lots of different pictures, so this one is interesting. It's about the inside. Oh, you can't even see it. There you go. Now you can see it. Inside of a car. And it's got good pictures, maps, and things like that. And just a whole lot of cool, antique, brown paper. Old paper. So that is really useful. And I have chosen a sheet which says, well, it says a few things, but it says about a sculpture. So I think that's kind of vintage. I don't know. I just want to get something that's kind of appropriate. Just something that I think would be good to use. And I'm going to use my nestabilities. Now, if you don't have nestabilities, Spellbinders nestabilities, which probably quite a few of you don't, then you can use a punch. I've seen this used with a punch, which is, I think it's about this big, or maybe it's a bit bigger, of scalloped circle. Or, my friend just ripped some circles, different sizes. So, you know, yes, okay, wait, what is this word? Endless, I actually can't think of that word. Somebody will who's watching this video. Anyway, yeah, that's really going to annoy me. The opportunities are endless. Anyway, something like that. You can just, not opportunities. You can just really use lots of different things. So, I'm going to get out these 3 different sizes because we're going to do 3 different sizes for this flower and put those aside. And then I'm going to cut a size which can fit through my Cuttlebug and my guillotine, and then proceed to lay out these 3 different sizes down like this, and then I will do that again because you need 2 of each size. So I'll head off and do that. The possibilities are endless. That is the word I was looking for. And I'm sure by now a lot of you will be so frustrated with me because you will already know exactly what I was meaning. The possibilities are endless. Got to get that in my brain. Okay, so we're going to get the Cuttlebug out now. So now I will tell you what you've got to do here. The sandwich is an A plate. That's upside down, but that's okay. A B plate. There you go. And I'm using the one that's all scratched up because I don't mind getting that one all scratched up. And a C plate is going to go on top of that. So, get this. Okay, and put the C plate over top. Roll that through. Okay, well, those 2 are fine. And you probably just can see here that ripped a bit. But actually that's okay because I'm going to do 2 and this can be the bottom one. And I may as well do it that way because then I won't waste paper. Okay, so that's all together like so. Now this is called the crocodile. Some of you may have seen one of these. It's Fancy Schmancy, and my brother's called it Macho because it's very macho. Okay, so on the sides here has these which just punch holes, and that is very useful. So, oh wait, I just realised, oh no, that'll do it. So I'm going to punch a hole in the middle, but before I do that I think I'm going to try and mark the middle with my trusty pencil. Okay, getting this, yep, punch that in. Okay, then you just get a brad, and because you may see the brad, depending on whether you choose to put a button or not in the center, I'm going to choose to put a button. So just choose a brad that you have loads of, not too bright. This is actually quite bright, but I'm just going to use it anyway. And just pop it through that hole in the middle. And it just should look like that. You're going to get each layer, because there's two of that same size, you're going to get each layer, and this is fun, okay, I'm going to try to get my hands out of the way. You are just going to scrumple it, and I'll show you just presently what I've done. Scrumple it all together in the middle, just like that, and you're going to do that with every single layer. Have fun, keep on doing that until you're satisfied with it. See, this is what's nice, is it doesn't matter how scrumpled and torn. Well, actually, it does matter if it's torn. Sorry, you can't go too far on that. But that is probably what it should look like. So get it until it's like that. Oh dear. And then I will show you what you're going to do next. Alright, so you're going to need a few things for this next step. You're going to need some inks. Now, I strongly suggest Tim Holtz, but I think you could do it with any other inks as well. Tim Holtz is very pigmented, and it's got the great colours for this. So I don't know whether I'll use all of these, but I've got Tattered Rose, Fired Brick, and this one especially, which is Vintage Photo, which is a great brown that you can use. So what you're going to do is open up these. I'll leave this one till last, I think. Put the lightest colour on first. Now dab up your cotton wool, preferably just on this one side, with these colours, until you've got something that looks disgustingly like that. Okay, so putting away the inks, putting them aside, now you're not going to use this whole cotton bud. And I've kind of told I've told you guys before this idea. And you just want to use the pigmented part. Then you're going to get that. And before you put that, we're actually going to put it, so I've got a mini mister, and I just love this mini mister. If you don't have a mini mister, get a mini mister, because they're great. So now this is how I fill my mini mister up. Very original, don't you think? Halfway is a good amount. Get your cotton bud, stick it in. Yes, and do you see that it is starting, that dark is the cotton bud, but it's starting to pigment the water. Okay. Screw the lid on. Get your mini mister, and you're going to spray, but I'm just going to show you how dark this is. Do you see how great that is? It's like a tea dye. You're going to get your flour, and you're going to spritz it with this water. You still want a bit of the normal plain colour, but I would try, if I were you, try and get in between the different layers, because you've got all those different layers and you want them to all have a different colour. Still try and keep the crinkle effect, but once it's dry you can do it again. In fact, that is definitely what you're going to have to do. Okay, let that soak in a bit. I've used all my water now, but do you see how well that works? That's really great, and the mini mister is just great for colouring things like it does, like that. Okay, so I've got my heat tool, and now what you have to do, that looks pretty sodden and forlorn, but it's definitely a good colour. So this is going to get loud, but I'm just going to try and show you how to do this. That's how loud it is, because you have to get in between each layer. So dry it, and when you dry it, the air should lift it up, and try and get in between each layer when you're drying it. And proceed to do that all the way around. now we're going to proceed to scrumple it up again. Oh, there can't be too much of that, can there? Alright, so I've got my vintage photo to not distressing, and I think this is a good idea, is just to run along the edges that are sticking up, and that will just give it even more of a vintage effect. So I wanted to show you this flower up at the camera, and I don't know whether you can see, but it's got some dark bits on the flower, some light bits, and if you fold back some of these, it's even got the original colour. You can see that on the back there too. So I think that's very beautiful. It's such a cool flower. Love making them. Now I'm going to get from my gem bond, which I really need to get more of, and I get a toothpick. Where would we be without toothpicks? Toothpicks for more than one reason, I must say. And apply that onto the back of the button. That should do it. Get the center. And then you've got to also open up the center a bit, unfortunately. But get the button right. If it's touching, then it will be fine. This glue is great and it works really well. Okay, so I hope you've enjoyed this video tutorial, and I just wanted to show you on here as well. This is such a delicate one. Even the colour's just light purple, and it hasn't even gone too dark a colour. It's really enhanced it with the button, and I've put glue all over the sides, glitter glue, so that's pretty as well, and I've put it in the button. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial on how to make these beautiful paper flowers. Thanks! Bye!